Okay, so after doing that, we're just going to call this first name, and as usual, we're going to delete this column right here because we no longer need it. So now, both of these are clean, perfectly fine, and you can see that this one's the first name, this is the last name right here. Alright, so next thing we're going to focus on is cleaning this right here. So as you can see, some of this data is not accurate. For example, this right here is not consistent. With male, it says make, and we would have caught that. And this one here says female, well, it should say female. So what we can do for this one is actually create a filter. Now we've learned filter earlier on in the course, and we can go to data, create a filter, and now that we have this filter button, we can just go through and see what we want to keep. So we can actually see that, okay, this one says female Leah, it shouldn't say that. This says make, it shouldn't say that. So what we're going to do is we're going to unselect all of these and actually just select all the ones that are wrong, just so we can correct them manually. Okay, now since we only have 2 data points, we can just type it in. But ideally, what people would do is say Control F and then search for all the errors. So for example, I'm controlling F here, and if I search for that error, I could just replace it with male, right? And so everything that's make will convert to male. And I can then click on replace all, and that will solve my problem. That right there can be male. So now that we have fixed that, I'm going to click on done, and that corrects it. Now we're going to just look at female, and we can just type it inside and just delete this and have female. But again, just to practice, we're going to say Control F, which brings the search bar. We're going to type female because we have an error called female. This works best when there's multiple of the same errors, right? So with this error called female, we're going to go to replace with female and replace all. There you go. Click done, and we're good to go. So we're going to select all again so we can see everything. And we're actually going to delete the filter view by clicking on data, remove filter, and we're back to it again. So all this data is perfectly fine. Now we can do the same thing with ESLLL again. We can either correct it manually, or we can say Control F and then type in our error, and it will show us the ones that have the wrong information. Right? Let's go over to here. We have fall and spring in 2022 all in the same cell. So what we want to do is actually split that as well. We're going to add another column. I like doing my columns to the right most times, or wherever it's best to work from. So I'm going to add a column right there. Let's say split. And I don't know if you can guess by what we have to split by, but it says nothing in between. So what does that mean? That means we can actually split by nothing in between. We can do that by saying we select this right here and we want to split. As I said before, we have to put our little apostrophes in there. Put space in between so that it knows to split by space, and then we close our column. And so the error we forgot to do was create another cell because it needs 2 columns right there. So it needs 2 columns to create that. One is spring and one says 2022. So it actually says dollar right here, but it shouldn't say that. It should say 2022, and that's because our data format, that's the data type, is in dollar instead of